Hey everybody, Raymond, Two Drunk Brothers Garage. Well, it's fall up here in Alaska. Leaves are changing. It's actually September 30th, and we can now officially have studded tires back on our vehicles. And my wife's truck, I'm going to go ahead and do the tire changeover on that right now. Before I go back to work. I leave to go back to work here in a few days, so get it done so she doesn't have to worry about it that time of year. This is the wife's truck, our truck, but it's the one she drives. You guys have seen it. It's the 05 Duramax. These are the summer tires. Been on the rig. I bought those 06, I think, right after I got the truck in November of 04. So they've been on the truck for quite a while. These are the winter tires, the studded tires. And they're just little metal screws. Not really screws. They're just called a stud. They in the tire there. Those are BF Goodrich's, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the tire change out. I'll set up a time lapse and just do a little filming here. I'm not going to probably talk much through it. I posted a video earlier this year, or maybe last year, of me going to the summer tires, I think, and that one I did a little bit more in depth. But this one I'll just set the old time lapse up and bring you guys along for the ride. Okay, so I got the two rears done, got them torqued down, got the caps back on. There's the rears that came off, and this one's done. Caps on, torqued down. I don't have a whole lot of room in that. This is the drinker's garage, not over at Kenny's big shop, but got the jack up here, ready to do the front. So front's next. Get these guys broke loose. The air gun, I don't know if I'm having a problem with my little, I'm gonna upgrade to like a 24 volt half-inch drive. That's what Kenny's got, and it works great for doing this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the air compressor and the old air gun and just go to electric, but I gotta break these loose with the breaker bar first and then jack it up and get it. But I'll put it back on time lapse and let you guys watch. Well, there they are, front and rear changed out. Front's torqued, air pressure checked all around. That front one there was down to like 50 PSI. I think that one might have a super slow leak on it, but sure does change the look of the truck from the summer tires to the stock winter tires. The tires are all put away. Summer tires are a little taller, so all four of them don't fit there. One of them's jammed up underneath the bench there. The drinker's garage, I got a lot of stuff packed in this bad boy. I do have a little tip for you guys. The torque wrenches, if when you're not using them, you should always put them back to either 0 or whatever the lowest setting is for it, for storage purposes. So just a little tip for you. That's my dad's torque wrench there. I have our dad's tools here. This is our dad's toolbox here. So I have those and I use them whenever I can. But little tip for you there: rest them when they're 0 or whatever the lowest setting is. And that's gonna do it pretty much for the tire change up. So the last time I was home, I took the truck out and I had a pool of oil underneath the rear differential. And it got down there, I thought maybe the front seal on the differential housing was leaking where the drive shaft attaches. Got underneath there, inspected it. Nope, it wasn't that. Turns out it was leaking from the transfer case. So that I actually took into the dealer. Turns out there's a known problem with these 05 Allisons. There's this is the transfer case, and there's a hole that gets wore in it. And if you look right down in there, you can see the grind mark. And what happens, you can see it in each one of those little slots right there. But this one actually wore through, and there's a hole that wore through, and it leaks oil out. And oh, that one's the one that has the hole. I don't know if you can see that hole down in there. It's kind of hard to see, but that is the one that has the hole on the back side right there. That's the hole that wore through, and that's where the leak was coming from. So the replacement housing is like $9.95, but they actually have a kit, an aftermarket kit, that you can pull this apart and put in there so it doesn't wear through that housing. So just something I wanted to show you guys that I had done on this truck. Like I said, this is the wife's truck. I just had the dealer do that. I was not home for very long, so Kenny and I probably could have tore that apart and taken a day or so to do it, but it was just as easy to have the dealership do it. But yeah, known problem. I'll put a link down in the description. There's that hole with the conversion kit or the prevention kit to prevent that from happening. And like I said, this is a 05 Duramax. Couple things I want to clarify. The reason I was seeing the leak at the differential is because I believe the hole in the transfer case housing was higher than the fluid level. But when you'd go out and drive, it would push it out. It was blowing back underneath the truck, and when you'd pull back in, the lowest point that oil was hitting was the differential, and it was sitting there dripping on the floor. That's when I noticed it. And then second thing is, that is not the transfer case. That's just the rear section of the transfer case housing, which is a 2-piece transfer case housing. And that was $995 from the dealer up here. Hey everybody, appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like, a subscribe. We'd appreciate that, and a comment. We try to answer all the comments. Might not be in a timely fashion, but we do answer them eventually. So Kenny can't be here today. He's at work, but we'll be filming a little bit tomorrow. Cheers to Drunk Brothers Garage.